The station with the best music. Best music.
I love the music.
Best music.
103.5 F190 FM.
Tighten your seatbelt as we take you on this smooth ride. Ride on 103.5 F190 FM. Keeping your morning engaging as we take you through the smoothest ride on radio from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Your morning inspired. Interrupt only on the morning drive. Making it big with Divine and Martin Efan Shuku, aka Lady P and Meta, from Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. on the morning drive.
103.5 F190 FM.
Mahamma Ketelani had market running for Joe. Ndewo ana m anabata gị n'ụlọ ọrụ mgbasa ozi ọha dị 103.5 FM. N'ụtụtụ tata n'ụwa bụ Wednesday, mkpụrụ ụbọchị 7 n'ime ọnwa Disemba 2022. O jirila naanị otu nkeji gafere n'oge newspaper headlines. Ma tupu anyị gaa n'ihu, anyị ga-ezi ozi anyị achịkwa anyị agụpụtara gị ihe dị n'akwụkwọ akụkọ anyị jiri n'aka. Ịnweta n'ebe ijere anyị kwuru.
Do you know that you have the right to quality broadcasting? The National Broadcasting Commission says any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved by the contents of a broadcast or the conduct of a broadcast station may lodge a complaint to the station and all right to the Director General, National Broadcasting Commission, number 20, Ibrahim Taiwo Street, Asokoro, Abuja, or send a mail via info@nbc.gov.ng. Please ensure that your complaint includes name of the broadcast station, title of the program, date and time of broadcast, and essence of the complaint. Also, remember to include your name, address, telephone number, email, and append your signature. Note that your complaint must reach the NBC within 14 days of the queried broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting.
Kikana bata ndewo n'isonyere anyị n'ụlọ mgbasa ozi ọbụla dị 103.5 FM n'oge newspaper headlines. Anyị ga-eleba anya n'ihe dị n'isi akwụkwọ akụkọ Leadership, This Day, Vanguard, Sun, Tribune, Guardian, Punch, Nation, Hena, Premium Times. Anyị jikwa ihe dị n'akwụkwọ akụkọ Tribune wee bata. Wee na-asị gị ka isonyere anyị na Facebook page anyị na-live at ebe ọ narị 103.5 FM. Ga-ezite nkwara anyị ozi na WhatsApp maọbụ na SMS na 08096661035. Stream anyị online na mixlr.com/gist.fm. Aha m dịkwa.
And I'm Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper. Invisible challenge. NCC warns TikTok users on information stealing malware. Enugu Council chairman denies corruption allegation. Rivers police arrest 4 suspected kidnappers. Ohaneze flees EPA over sit-at-home directive in Southeast. Victim laments Abuja Metropolitan Management Council's unjust demolition of Abuja private clinic. Central Bank of Nigeria places restrictions on cash withdrawals beginning January 9th. Adeleke swears in new head of service, promises workers new lease of life. Adeleke swears in new head of service, promises workers new lease of life. Buhari receives West African Elders Mediation Forum, assures polls will be credible. Rivers Court remands stepfather, orders over alleged sexual abuse of minor. Shashore asks court for adjournment to get more documents from EFCC. Ikorodu can produce 25,000 STEM graduates in 5 years, says Ogunleye. Truck drivers protest against unfair treatment by Obajana management. Obaseki hails volunteers for contribution to economy. Court strikes out Rivers PDP suit against Accord candidates. Plateau. Security personnel allegedly kill tricyclist at checkpoint. Use remaining month to ameliorate hardship, Bishop charges Buhari. Oil firm director bags 20 months imprisonment for fraud. Oil firm director bags 20 months imprisonment for fraud. Muslim Students Society of Nigeria commends Lagos government's compliance with use of hijab in schools. Al Hikmah Varsity can feed Kwara, says Vice Chancellor. Impunity worse in Rivers APC than PDP, says Abe. Yabatek partners auto aid to enhance research capacity. Exercise little more patience, Bayelsa tells council pensioners. Castina Custom rakes in 179 million naira. Kidnapped Benue Commissioner of Housing regains freedom. Ex-agitators protest non-payment of allowances in Rivers. COVID-19 boosted innovation in library services. Northeast Development Commission boss advises journalists on conflict reporting. Chatham House speech. Atiku's ally slams APC for window dressing Tinubu. New Naira redesign. Central Bank of Nigeria places limits on cash withdrawal. Central Bank of Nigeria Deputy Governors, Buhari forwards Adamu Ahmed to Senate for confirmation. Federal government to activate Army aviation in sustained modernization move. INEC office fire. Police offers 2.5 million naira reward. Conference of Nigeria political parties lament rising cases of electoral violence. Christian Association of Nigeria optimistic Nigeria will overcome bad governance. NatForce will create 10,000 jobs, says Akinyeru. Adamawa Rep Lords Buhari over Federal Medical Center in Gombe. EFCC arraigns Kogi Assembly candidates, 2 others over 1.4 billion naira fraud. Northern, Southern Christians plan formidable force for 2023 polls. Kanu broadcast station under watch over hate campaign. Bauchi governor approves commissioner's resignation. Olu of Warri advocates patriotism, professionalism among leaders. Edo confirms new deaths from Lassa fever, charges residents on hygiene. Book on Kumi Deeper Life founder unveiled in Warri. Akpan's conviction, political, we will ensure his victory even from prison, says group. Council pay fees for students as Rivers Varsity insists no payment, no examination. Low passenger turnout greets resumption of Abuja Kaduna train service. Don't approach 2023 general elections with fear. Osibanjo Oko urges Nigerians. Buhari directs Citrica to reorganize aviation agencies in line with Civil Aviation Act. Mining revenue hits 7.8 billion naira in 2021. Political elites should explain reasons for hatred, violence in Nigeria, says Bishop Kuka. Atiku will focus on women empowerment after 2023 victory, says Rukia. Oyo South PDP chairman Ojan Labi dies at 59 Makinde months. Makinde assents to bill upgrading Emmanuel Alayade College of Education to varsity. U.S. mission awards grants to train curators on preservation of Nigeria's wooden artifacts. Encomiums for Humphrey Olumakaye at evening of tributes. Elections not our priority now as a nation, says Emmanuel. Battle of the Sound awards 1 million naira for music contest. Adeleke, assembly members shun political differences, team up to transform Oshun. Eco SL pupils shine at 25th JETS competition. Adamu seeks private support for education at Wavecrest College. And lastly, local government chairman denies corruption allegation.
Now leadership, 1 killed, others missing as gunmen attack Abuja neighborhood. Pele is improving, no new complications, say doctors. G5 comments, no protest letter from Supreme Court justices against CJN, Apex Court. Police bust POS syndicate for stealing 16 million naira. 2022 World Cup, Morocco stormed Spain on penalties to quarterfinals. Hazy weather threatens flight operations in northern Nigeria. Nimet warns. EFCC arrests 19-year-old for alleged £450,000 fraud. 2022 Chief of Army Staff confirmed. Group comments Army's apolitical stance. CBN slashes daily withdrawal limit to 20,000 naira. Kwara support 490 SMEs with interest-free loans. World Cup 2022. Eto gets physical outside stadium in Qatar. PDP Presidential Campaign Council alleges plot to buy up PVCs in rivers. Nigerian, Ghanaian law firms collaborate on service delivery. West Africa electoral bodies, others worry over insecurity, armed conflict. INEC. Lagos Labour Party condemns attack on members by thugs. Indonesia bans sex outside marriage. Osun gets new head of service. 2023. Atiku Kwankwaso not threat to Tinubu in North Uba. Why I never stopped blogging as a musician, Captain Posh. We want impartial INEC. National Sports Festival. Fresh talents discovered new grounds broken. Okowa. 2023. Atiku will win Osun by 60% vote, says State Campaign Council. Angry Boko Haram terrorists kill 33 ISWAP fighters' wives after losing commander, 15 others. Team Delta maintain lead as National Sports Festival enters day 6. 2 killed as unknown gunmen attack police checkpoints in Ebonyi. Delta team protests for feeding allowances. Delta 2022. Our priority is overall success, not Team Delta victory. Okowa. AIB signs MOU with Saudi agency on training for aircraft engineers. AIB signs MOU with Saudi agency on training for aircraft engineers. LASA launches 2023 mobile advert sticker for branded vehicles. CBN stakeholders collaborate to check rising cyber attacks. Gas constraint, gas constraints, right of way, vandalism, style power reform gains, federal government. CISLAC partners unveil initiative to address Nigeria's debt crisis. Greenville LNG clears air on alleged contract breach. Farmer emerges overall best in Panda Agric Novum Computer Training Program. Farmer emerges overall best in Pan Agric Novum Computer Training Program. Greenville LNG clears air on alleged contract breach. 2023. Nigeria's election will mark good beginning for Africa's liberation development. NECO declares total war against exam malpractice. IAWPA condemns attacks on INEC facilities. Federal government reassures persons with disabilities of better treatment. We've invested huge resources in youth development. Governor Fintiri. Minister inaugurates committee to boost agriculture in FCT.
And now we move over to the Punch newspaper. Sultan, Christian Association of Nigeria says 2023 elections won't break Nigeria. Benchers warn against proliferation of law school campuses. Gunmen abduct core members. 7 others in Abuja. Train attack victims demand the federal government's compensation. Aregbesola faction seeks reconciliation among Osun APC groups. No proof I share from Lagos Revenue, Tinubu. Federal government sets up panel to probe oil theft. Fear of uncertain future. Cause of corruption, Jonathan. Konua faults federal government for withholding members' salaries. New curriculum. Federal government plans 6-month training for lecturers. Dangote-led committee distributes 1.5 billion naira materials to flood victims. No more white-collar jobs. National Youth Service Corps tells corps members. Vote candidates of your choice. Buhari advises Nigerians. Diaspora Nigerians sue INEC over poll. Niger Delta Development Commission promises to tackle drug abuse, cultism. Speak on local government autonomy. Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees tells Tinubu Atiku. FEM seeks digital education for people with disabilities. Unpaid allowance. Ex-soldiers to picket finance ministry Monday. Unpaid allowance. Ex-soldiers to picket finance ministry Monday. Lagos committee residents benefiting from special education program. Lagos government honors 19 retired permanent secretaries. Lagos okays hijab for schools. Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria preaches peace. Lagos okays hijab for schools. Pentecostal Forum of Nigeria preaches peace. Petrol-laden tanker falls, blocks Anambra Road. 2023 uncollected PVCs will lead to disenfranchisement, says civil society organizations. 2023 uncollected PVCs will lead to disenfranchisement, says civil society organizations. 1 killed, others missing as gunmen attack Abuja community. Tinubu's candidacy built on grand scam, Atiku's presidential campaign cancel. Police nab POS fraudster after Punch investigation. Group proposes 610 billion naira savings from 2023 federal government budget. 2023 elections won't destroy Nigeria. Sultan, Christian Association of Nigeria. Ogun police arrest 3 suspected robbers. Adeleke urges Osun workers to be dedicated. And still on the story is making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. Why corruption is so pervasive in Nigeria, Jonathan. We are working with Nigeria to tackle insecurity. Chinese envoy. TikTok challenge circulates info stealing malware. Nigerian Communications Commission. Rivers community alleges police harassment over oil spill compensation. Central Bank of Nigeria limits cash withdrawals to 100,000 weekly. Buhari nominates Ahmad Adamu as CBN deputy governors. Crypto firms unveils Brainjotter as brand ambassador. Obajana plants truck drivers protest alleged unfair treatment. Green Africa Airline tops on-time performance report. Kanu Hisba intercepts 18,000 bottles of beer. Federal government to revamp military health care system. Adeleke appoints new head of service. Ignore 5-day sit-at-home order. IPOB tells Southeast residents. 2 die in Ebonyi police government clash. Arebo Shora inaugurates prison control room. Idol worship fast growing in Anambra, says Soludo. Soludo terminates road contract, alleges incompetence. 3 die as bomb explodes in Thailand. Akwa Ibom food fair begins December 11th. Organizers. 2023, Buhari urges army to remain neutral, professional. Use church as rallying point to effect change. Federal Capital Territory Administration. Task Force raids illegal broad change. Konua to sue federal government over withheld salaries. ATMs not load beyond 200 naira notes. Central Bank. ATMs not to load beyond 200 naira notes. Central Bank. Knocks as South Africa pub bans unaccompanied black clients. Controversy, protests, trail teachers recruitment in Anambra. Tinubu's conduct in Chatham House, disgraceful, Atiku's support group. Unemployment causing insecurity in Nasarawa, NMPP governorship candidates. Aviation security, safety, our priority, says Buhari. National Association of Nigerian Students rise Akeredolu over administration irregularities, students neglect. Abia yet to show commitment to doctors' salaries. Buhari constructed road to Atiku's hometown, says minister.
Other leaders commend Buhari over Kolmani oil find. Again, World Bank raises the alarm, says Nigeria's economy at critical juncture. Oil theft. Federal government inaugurates 11-man special panel. Southeast Labour Party leaders pass vote of confidence on national leadership. Okupe. Senate passes bill to whittle down grant tax. Senate passes bill to whittle down federal government's power to grant tax. More boost for Nigeria as oil production rises to 1.6 million barrels per day. APC moves to dislodge PDP in Delta. Federal government set to make Nigeria gateway for franchise development in Africa. Nigerian content in oil gas industry hits 54% in 2022. Federal government. Nigeria's downgrade by credit rating agencies. Fashola. Nigerians' mindset, not Lord Lugard, responsible. Canadian High Commissioner visits Obasanjo 6 more. 18 CSOs commence zonal rallies next week to force NSIA to unveil price for innovation program December 10. Sultan, let's trust Buhari on promise for credible 2023. 2023, Mba vows to prioritize reforms, ensure autonomy. Buhari to ICAO, Nigeria will sustain investment in aviation. Atiku will win Osun by over 60%, says campaign council. INEC directs staff in 774 local troubled areas. Court strikes out PDP suit against Accord Guba candidate. Ayeta, Africa Airlines may record $638 million loss in 20. Flood committee commences distribution. Governor Adeleke promises a new lease of life for Osun. Group condemns attack on worship center in Delta. Aisha Buhari, Aminullah, and legacy of moral. digital access, and the media today. Sanwo-Olu's wife urges stakeholders to empower. World Bank, UNICEF, IOM, others validate impact. Deepening quality education with 140-bed hostel. Experts harp on early diagnosis for people living with dyslexia. Royal Academy of Engineering launch 100,000 pound grant. Royal Academy of Engineering launches 100,000 grants. Debates as 2020 points. Nigeria's 2023 poll will not be manipulated, Buhari assures. Osibanjo, Nigeria, Vietnamese relations has potential to yield. APC governorship candidate flags poverty, illiteracy rate. Gombe governor, leaders Lord Buhari over Kolmani oil find. In a move that may prevent vote buying, CBN sets new. In a move that may prevent vote buying, CBN sets new. Buhari receives Guinea-Bissau's highest honor Wednesday. Senate bill to whittle down federal government power to grant tax waiver. Weep not for Tinubu, but Nigeria. Atiku, Tinubu's Chatham House appearance comparable only. Obi's manifesto shows he is ill prepared to govern Nigeria. Buhari seeks second term for 2 CBN deputy governors. Naira redesign. CBN introduces new cash withdrawal limits. Tinubu, how I make my money. I am not denying my wealth. Akwa Ibom has no plan to arrest, prosecute YPP senatorial candidate. 2023. Group backs Makinde's re-election as Oyo governor. Buhari transmits 2023 FCT budget to House. At Lagos rally, Atiku pledges devolution of power. May 29, 2023 handover date is sacrosanct, Buhari assures. Olanipekun swears in new lawyers amid MBA's protest. Yabatek inaugurates Auto Aid National Research.
And now we move over to the Nation newspaper. NAFDAC declares war on illegal bleaching creams dealers. Don't let politicians use you as thugs, says Monarch. Court remands 3 in Rivers. FEM empowers smallholder dairy farmers in Kaduna. Let's vote right to end suffering. Shoyinka Institute Award holds Thursday. Shashore seeks adjournment to defend alleged $200,000 corrupt offer. Abuja Kaduna train attack. Victims demand compensation from federal government. TikTok challenge used to steal information from devices. Nigerian Communications Commission. Wike knocks federal government over non-completion of East-West Road. Body of benchers warns National Assembly against law school proliferation. Uncertainty in retirement, fueling corruption in public service, says Jonathan. Ohaneze, IPOB to Igbo, reject 5-day sit-at-home threat. National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, Nigeria making progress on inventions, says Buhari. Tinubu's strength is identifying talents, says Alake. 2023 elections will not divide Nigeria, says Sultan. Federal government seeks United Nations funding for 2023 polls. Census. House urges federal government to begin work on East-West Rail Line project. House urges federal government to begin work on East-West Rail Line project. Cooperative launches scheme. Buhari off to Guinea-Bissau Wednesday. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper. Nigerian Communications Commission raises concern over TikTok videos. 4,711 new lawyers called to bar in Abuja. Wike knocks federal government on East-West Road. Body of benchers warns National Assembly against law school proliferation. Bus drivers protest extortion, lack of parks in Onitsha. 2023 poll, we've taken this. Obi's manifesto offers nothing refreshing. APC presidential campaign cancel. Buhari seeks confirmation of Adamu Ahmad as central bank deputy governors. 1.4 billion naira Union Bank hacking. Court denies Kogi Assembly candidate. 2 others bail. We attempted kidnapping Niger senator, says suspects. And that's the much we can take from the Nation newspaper.
Man is a political animal. That's why we all have our views on politics. Political View comes to you at Ebonade 103.5 FM with Martin Epanju. Please see every Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's all about the day-to-day activities in the views of political actors from various political parties on political process, views of labor leaders, and most importantly, your views. Views of the common Nigerian. Tune in to F1 103.5 FM or you join online via mixlr.com/gistfm every Monday and Saturday. What are your political views? Keep a bet.
Do you know that you have the right to quality broadcasting? The National Broadcasting Commission says any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved by the content of the broadcast or the conduct of a broadcast station may lodge a complaint to the station and all right to the Director General, National Broadcasting Commission, number 20, Ibrahim Taiwo Street, Asokoro, Abuja, or send a mail via info@nbc.gov.ng. Please ensure that your complaint includes name of the broadcast station, title of the program, date and time of broadcast, and essence of the complaint. Also, remember to include your name, address, telephone number, email, and append your signature. Note that a complaint must reach the NBC within 14 days of the queried broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting.
I have heard of a land. N'ihe Chineke ekele maka ezigbo ndụ nwanne anyị nwoke dịrị n'ụwa. Anyị bụ ndị ezinụlọ Late Gabriel Nwankwo Onike nke Amụpa Village, Igbo Ọkụzụ, n'Oyi Local Government na Anambra State na-ekwupụta maka ọnwụ nwa anyị nwoke, nwanne anyị nwoke, nna anyị nakwa nna nna anyị bụ Late Engineer Chiwike Onike Oni, onye gbara 80 ala mmụọ. Otu aka mma akọmọdụ ya ga-esi ka ụbọchị Satọde mkpụrụ abalị 3 nke ọnwa Disemba ma ọ kụọ elekere Gwarimpa, Abuja. Ụbọchị Fraịde bụ mkpụrụ abalị 8 ya na mkpụrụ abalị 9 nke ọnwa Disemba. A ga-eme mmemme akwamozu ya n'Amụpa Village, Igbo Ọkụzụ nke dị n'Oyi Local Government, Anambra State. Ndị ọ hapụrụ welaba mmụọ bụ ụmụ nakwa ụmụnne ya. Oni Onike, ka mkpụrụ obi gị zuru ike na ndokwa. Amen. Onye binyere aka n'ọkwa bụ Dr. Obinna Onike, nwa ya nwoke, n'aha ezinụlọ.
Man is a political animal. That's why we all have our views on politics. Political View comes to you at Ebonade 103.5 FM with Martin Epanju. We see every Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's all about the day-to-day activities in the Nigerian political space. Views of political actors from various political parties on political process. Views of labor leaders, and most importantly, your views. Views of the common Nigerian. Tune in to Ebonade 103.5 FM or you join online via mixlr.com/gistfm every Monday and Saturday. What are your political views? Keep a bet.
Health Plus. Health Plus. My health, your health, our health. Health Plus is a health program that talks about our general health. Join Chiki on Ebonadi FM 103.5 to learn how best to manage your health and to take care of our young and old ones. Join me every Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday by 1 to 2 p.m. on Ebonadi FM 103.5 Ogidi, Anambra State.
Excuse me. I got an announcement to make. Are you looking for a way to tell the world about your products and services? Search no more. Come to Ebonadi FM 103.5 Ogidi, Anambra State. Let's tell the world at large about that your services and products. And you watch your business speed up with an unimaginable speed. As we dey hot, Ebonadi FM, your short love for advertising businesses.
Any time of your local newspaper with 3.5 FM. Okay, so you are in a Facebook page at Ebonadi 103.5 FM. Mobile streamline online na mixlr.com/gistfm. Zitere anyị akwụkwọ na SMS maọkwa na WhatsApp na 08096661035. Anyị na-enenye anya n'ihe dị na isi akwụkwọ akụkọ Vanguard newspaper. Bandits strike in Abuja, kidnap core member, 7 others in Kubwa. World Cup 2022. Ronaldo's reaction to Ramos' stunning goal against Switzerland. Abandon new baby, face 6 months jail term. Reps bill proposes. 2023 elections. Nigerians in diaspora sue Buhari INEC. Police probe sale of human organs by 2 teenagers. Father demands 20 million naira compensation. Making digital resources accessible for disabled students will enhance learning. Experts. Naseni, technology to stop crude oil theft, bunkering coming soon. Buhari. CBN limits cash withdrawals to 100,000 naira weekly. Nnanna Adim bags Media Excellence Award. Tambuwal commissions Army Command Guest House in Sokoto. National Sports Festival. Team Delta emerges winner of cycling event. Argentina VP Kachner sentenced to 6 years jail term over fraud. Gunmen storms market in Sokoto, kill policemen, 3 others. Police bust POS fraud syndicate responsible for 60 million naira theft. Customs intercepts 73 trucks of foreign rice. Other contrabands worth 4.9 billion naira in Ogun. Trump organization convicted of tax fraud in New York. Portugal was too much to handle, says Switzerland's Yakin. U.S. judge dismisses suits against Saudi crown prince for Khashoggi murder. 2022 World Cup Qatar final fixture. Day, venue, time. Quackery. Sanwo-Olu seeks stakeholder support to sensitize building sector. Lagos police commence investigation into illegal sale of human organs by 2 teenagers. Customs generate 179.2 million in November. Arrest 4 smugglers in Katsina. Portugal's Ramos grabbed first 2022 World Cup hat-trick in 6-1 Switzerland thumping. Our plan was to let Spain have ball possession. Morocco coach. Christian Northerners will reject APC. Muslim won't work. Shagari. NEPC seeks foreign market for Nigeria's annual 31 million metric tons of ginger. I won't vote Atiku, P2B, if I wasn't contesting. Tinubu. ECOWAS. Buhari calls for speedy harmonization of protocol on good governance. I will reposition Lagos if elected. Booth candidate Oluwo. Benue IDPs will vote in 2023, INEC assures. Supreme Court alleges plot to silence CJN, other judges. Louis Erikwa undecided over future about World Cup exit. E-Naira transaction hit 8 billion naira CBN. Synagogue Church of All Nations striving to preserve TB Joshua's legacy. Wife, Ronaldo benched for Portugal's last 16th tie with Switzerland.
And now we move over to the Premium Times. PDP shides Tinubu's unimpressive Chatham House appearance. MBA boycotts call to bar over Olanipeku's refusal to resign as body of benchers share. MBA boycotts call to bar over Olanipeku's refusal to resign as body of benchers share. Reps urge federal government to revive $11 billion Lagos-Calabar coastal rail line. Morocco qualify for World Cup quarterfinal after defeating Spain. Adamawa APC primary, Ribadu accepts appeal court's judgment. 743 million people suffer workplace violence globally. ILO. Student loan bill attempt to abandon public funding of Nigerian universities. ASU. 6 months after Owo massacre, Bishop prays for justice, prosecution of suspects. Boko Haram. Humanitarian Ministry applauds Northeast Development Commission for executing laudable projects. Tinubu at Chatham House speaks on election promises, age, birth. And lastly, Senate grills Finance Minister over allegation of 1.7 trillion naira budget padding.
Nason newspaper, Igbo youth to honor Kanu for good representation. Why amendments of 1999 constitution must include referendum, regional autonomy. Femi Emmanuel. EFCC nabbed 19-year-old over £450,000 fraud, 1.4 billion naira bank fraud. Court rejects Kogi politician, 2 others bail application. 2 rescued as police bust kidnappers' hideout in Nasarawa. Innocent asks court to reject Olanipekun as counsel to GTB. Certificate racketeering. Abia Assembly orders Poly to produce students' exam results. Ohaneze rebukes Simon Ekpa, asks Ebonyi governor orders to call him to order. Reps charge federal government on East-West Rail project. Tax waiver hits 6 trillion naira as Senate moves against federal government. Executive order. Osun community moves to replace deposed monarch. Rivers creating new roads because of federal government failure on East-West Road. Wike. 5-day sit-at-home rumor. Tanker loaded with petroleum products explodes in Abuja. Enugu 2023. I will prioritize judicial reform, autonomy, Mba. Aregbesola Kingsmen dissolve faction, 6 members reintegration into Osun APC. PDP will win all positions in Benue. Autumn. Obi shuts down Imo in mega rally, vows to end strikes in schools. Nigeria's election will be free, fair, credible. Buhari assures West African elders. Nigeria decides 2022. Nigeria decides 2023. Gearlands for quintessential Okana-born politician at 60. Nigeria decides 2023. Enugu Labour Party Guba, why we went to court. Odengene campaign. Nigeria decides 2023. Politics of bitterness, intimidation, hate speeches as hallmark of 2023 polls. Nigeria decides 2023. Whether Atiku or Obi, Ugwuanyi holds the ace in Enugu. Nigeria decides 2023. Nigerians will must prevail. Mongunu, National Security Advisor. APC, Labour Party candidates fight over manifestos. Not retaining power dangerous, says Umadi, APGA presidential candidate. Anti-party, NNPP Kaduna chairman removed by vote of no confidence. PDP crisis. 18 CSOs mount pressure on CJN Ariwola to resign. Na Tribune, Buhari commended for appointment of NEDC as peace gradually returns to northeast sub. IDA countries' debt service payments projected to top $62 billion. 1,210 core members begin orientation course in Enugu. Palestine seeks Nigeria's diplomatic influence. 4.3 million Nigerians dropped into unclean environment in 2022. Report: Court judgments on APC senatorial assembly primaries good omen. DEDC to increase power availability in parts of Benin metropolis. NEMA sensitizes traders, residents on fire prevention during Harmattan. Anchor University to hold convocation, graduates 38 first class. Engineers profile solutions to challenges facing environment. Oil degradation will worsen food crisis. Experts warn. Africans in diaspora, continent's largest financiers via remittance. AFDB President Adesina. NIMASA wins Taxation Institute Award. Reps approve adopt report on Peace Corps bill 3 years after laying committee's report. Blackout as truck hit transmission tower in Abuja. Kaijago Potozin the Madison.
Yes, from the SMS portal, we got a message that is coming from Paul, Reign of Peace, from Ozam Amagunze. And he says, reject 5 days sit-at-home order. IPOB and self-crowned men, Ohaneze tells people. Then I humbly ask, is IPOB working with Ohaneze this time? All the same, were they? All the same, where were they since Sunday? Since this very rumor is speculating everywhere. Why can't they say it earlier than just today? Heavily is just what it is. Sabotages full everywhere in Igbo land. Thank you so much for joining us, Paul, Reign of Peace. We got this one coming from Melvin from Onisha. And he says, Christian Association of Nigeria said 2023 will not break Nigeria. Good, if only they make sure that we have free, fair, and credible elections. Thank you for joining us, Melvin from Onisha. We got this one from Ogbuefi Ubaka Otto from Ojoto. And he says, if Tinubu should be shying away from talking to Nigerians through the town hall table debate, I then wonder what will be if Tinubu gets to Aso Rock. However, Nigerians are getting wiser that appearing and talking to Nigerians is the only way any contestant can be sincerely taken serious. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. This one says 2023 elections can't divide Nigeria according to Sultan. Yes, I believe all this is in their hands because they are the cabals from Mayor Onyen Njikoka. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. This one says, as terrorists and different, okay, it's coming from Honorable Sakwe, and it starts with, will the whole world close their eyes and fold their hands until Ukraine is wiped out from the world map? Ukrainians are now being subjected to heavy bombardment by heartless Russians who are firing with all cylinders because of Ukraine's support of the Western Hemisphere. What is the alternative to Putin's actions? The rate of atrocities facing the nation, more especially when it comes to abduction, banditry, and kidnapping, is only but like morning breakfast of Akara and Akamo. I wonder what Goodluck Jonathan is doing again as an advisor of the nation. He immensely contributed to his fall. Him and Obasanjo are supposed to wear sackcloth and go and hide inside the bush as this nation crumbled under their watch. As terrorists and different kinds of evil perpetrators have taken Nigeria as a hub and axis of unleashing mayhem to our citizens and beyond, what is our plight? Are we going to fold our hands till grace abounds? Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And I think this one is also coming from Damian from Unkwere. And he says, I join Wike to mock federal government over East and West Road. May God help us. Thank you so much for joining us. And that's the much we can take from the SMS portal.
Now, what's up? Mazi Christian Fondo from Onitsha. Christian Association of Nigeria and Sultan of Sokoto saying that 2023 election cannot break Nigeria is like a joke. The forthcoming elections may destroy Nigeria because if a person from a certain tribe wins the election, some tribes that think Nigeria is their father's inheritance, on whose head it can fall. Next year will determine the stand of this nation. Nobody can say for sure that this country will remain the same after 2023. Biafra nation may be actualized or something like that may happen. Ohaneze should not rebuke EPA because they have not done anything to see that our people are liberated from the hands of our oppressors. Therefore, the needful shows that they want us to be slaves forever. God forbid. Dalorinne Mazi Christian Fondo. Paul Inwizu, we must reject sit at home completely. It's a scam to the CBN commenting the guidelines is in the hand of CBN and federal government. Paul Inwizu. Dalorinne. Onyeka Wabufo from Umoji. As Nigeria is practicing presidential system of government, when local governments are autonomous, certain allocations will be dropping directly to them, and the local government chairman will not have excuse to give for not working. It is better than planting transition committee chairmen everywhere without adequate funds for work. May God help us. Dalewinne. Na Facebook page, Ejimawoko Sinaka Dr. Mrs. Uma Olebara. We need leaders who have justice in their hearts. Golden names that will occupy the most treasured pages in the yet to be written golden book of leaders. Men and women whose name will serve as enviable collateral and inestimable, ever increasing dividends to their moral survivors, lineages, and tribes. Now is the time to forgive ourselves, stop trading blames, insisting more on what went wrong rather than who went wrong. Dalorin Dr. Mrs. Uma Olopara and Spec one for Esquire from Oka. Indeed, I affirm what we need in Nigeria this time is not fraudsters or promise and fail politicians, but people of tested ability and proven integrity. We must be wise this time. We cannot afford to fail this time around for obvious consequences. Dalorin and also Francis from Amagunze. Congratulations to Morocco for booking a ticket to the quarterfinals of the ongoing FIFA World Cup in Qatar after beating Spain by 3-0 in a penalty shootout. Buhari assures Nigerians of credible, free and transparent polls come 2023. That's a good one. Nigeria need credible and transparent polls in order to produce better leaders who will be poised to make Nigeria a better country to be. Dalorinne. Innocent Ekpa, okay? Innocent Egbenwode. Simon Ekpa is not IPOB DOS. Everybody should not mind him. Okay. Dalorinne.
Yes, I will have another message from Iweka Ifeanyi. And it says, my take is on the statement of Buhari that he has no preferred. It is a good development. And you said, let us, the message is not complete. Thank you so much for joining us from Ikenga Gidi this morning. And this one is saying, Wallings of Ghana. It is coming from Obuefi Bobakagoto again. And it says, Wallings of Ghana came on board and flushed out stubborn, lawless, old politicians in Ghana. See Ghana today. The old is recurring. My turn. Pay back expectant politicians in our country, sucking our economy and Nigerians' blood. They live to need to be flushed out, out of politics so that this country will survive. Let the young ones come in and you see Nigeria like a football team. No tribe, no race, one spirit, one people, one Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Ọ ga-adị n'ụtụtụ echi mgbe anyị na-emekọta n'ọlụkwa n'oge newspaper 21.
And Martin.
Ogechi.
The station with the best music. Best music.
I love the music.
Best music.